This country is so vast, so full of life, that it almost defies a single description. This is a place where nature's power is on full display, from thundering waterfalls to the quiet hum of the rainforest. The colors here seem brighter. Every horizon promises a new adventure, a different story waiting to be discovered. This cinematic journey is a visual feast dedicated to a land of breathtaking contrasts and endless beauty. This is a nation that embraces both its wild heart and its modern soul, creating a unique and unforgettable mosaic of life. This land is a study in magnificent extremes, from the arid Sertão to the temperate plains. The diversity of landscapes in this country is simply staggering. When you think of Brazil, what comes to mind? Perhaps the iconic Christ the Redeemer or perfect beaches. Our journey takes us beyond these symbols, deep into the country's interior. Imagine Iguazu Falls, a roaring, unstoppable force. Then, the Lençóis Maranhenses, a desert transformed into a landscape of shimmering lagoons. We'll climb Chapada Diamantina's dramatic plateaus and fly to Fernando de Noronha's protected marine park. And of course, the Amazon, a world unto itself, a realm of mystery and wonder. In this journey across Brazil, I discovered that Brazil's beauty is not confined to its natural landscapes. It is also found in the vibrant pulse of its cities and the quiet charm of its colonial towns. The country's culture is as diverse and colorful as its geography, a rich blend of influences from across the globe. This part of our journey explores the human side of Brazil, from the non-stop energy of its urban centers to the peaceful rhythm of its more secluded communities. It is in the streets, squares, and shores that you can truly feel the heartbeat of the nation, a rhythm that is infectious and full of life. We will begin in Rio de Janeiro, a city blessed with one of the most spectacular settings in the world. Nestled between granite peaks and the sparkling Atlantic Ocean, Rio is a city of passion and celebration. We will gaze up at Christ the Redeemer from the peak of Corcovado and ride the cable car to the top of Sugarloaf Mountain for breathtaking panoramic views. We will feel the energy of Copacabana and Ipanema beaches, where life is lived out in the open, under the sun. At night, the city transforms, its skyline glittering against the dark mountains, a testament to its vibrant, irrepressible spirit. Then, we travel north to Salvador, the heart of Afro-Brazilian culture. The city's historic center, the Pelourinho, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a maze of cobbled streets and brightly painted colonial buildings. The air here is filled with the scent of spices and the sound of drumming. It is the birthplace of capoeira, the mesmerizing martial art that looks like a dance. Salvador offers a different kind place where every corner has a story to tell about resilience and cultural pride. From the historic to the hyper-modern, our journey takes us to São Paulo. This is Brazil's cosmopolitan powerhouse, a sprawling megalopolis that never seems to sleep. It may not have the beaches of Rio, but it boasts a world-class arts scene, some of the best restaurants in the world, and an electrifying nightlife. São Paulo is a city of ambition and creativity, a concrete jungle where cultures from all over the world collide and create something new. Its skyline is a forest of skyscrapers, a powerful symbol of Brazil's economic might and its forward-looking vision. This cinematic journey is an invitation to look closer, to feel more deeply, and to allow yourself to be captivated by a country that is truly one of a kind. This is a land that engages all the senses. You can feel the warmth of the sun, hear the symphony of the rainforest, taste the exotic fruits, and see the kaleidoscope of colors. Brazil is an experience to be lived. Our journey is but a glimpse into this immense and varied world, designed to inspire awe and ignite a sense of adventure. We will let the images and the natural sounds of Brazil speak for themselves. This is a purely cinematic experience, designed to transport you directly into the heart of these incredible landscapes. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Brazil's incredible natural beauty. It is a journey through a land of unparalleled natural beauty, vibrant culture, and endless surprises. Now, let's take a closer look at a few natural wonders of this land. Our journey into Brazil's natural wonders begins with the distant rumble of Iguazu Falls. Located on the border between Brazil and Argentina, this colossal system stretches for nearly 3 kilometers. The most famous part of the falls is the Devil's Throat, where nearly half the river's flow plunges down. Nestled within the Atlantic rainforest, the falls are a sanctuary for diverse flora and fauna. As the sun sets, the light casts a golden glow upon the cascading water. To witness Iguazu is to witness one of Earth's greatest masterpieces, a full-body experience that leaves an indelible mark. It showcases the sheer scale and grandeur of the wonders that await us in Brazil. From the thundering power of Iguazu, we travel to the Pantanal, the world's largest tropical wetland, a mosaic of rivers, grasslands, and forests that transforms with the seasons. Unlike the dense Amazon, the Pantanal's open landscapes make it ideal for spotting animals. The undisputed king is the jaguar, often seen patrolling for capybara. Caimans line the riverbanks, basking in the sun. The region is a bird watcher's dream, home to diverse species. In the rivers, giant otters play and hunt. Exploring the Pantanal is about patience, drifting down the river as the sun sets, listening to the night chorus. Its magic unfolds gradually, a reminder of nature's balance and South America's vibrant biodiversity. Our next destination feels like a journey to another planet. We leave behind the lush wetlands of the Pantanal and travel to the coast of northeastern Brazil. Here lies one of the most surreal and breathtaking landscapes on Earth, the Lençóis Maranhenses National Park. The name translates to the bedsheets of Maranhão, and from the air, you can see why. An immense expanse of sweeping, sculpted white sand dunes stretches for miles, resembling pristine white linens billowing in the wind. But this is no ordinary desert. It is a place of unbelievable paradox and ephemeral beauty. For half of the year, this region receives abundant rainfall. The water filters down through the porous sand but is trapped by a layer of impermeable rock beneath. The result is a miracle of nature. In the valleys between the towering white thousands of fresh water, stunning from deep emerald green to brilliant turquoise and sapphire blue. The contrast between the pure white sand and the jewel-toned water creates a landscape that is both vast and intimate, desolate and full of life. It is a visual masterpiece that defies belief. To explore Lençóis Maranhenses is to walk through a dreamscape. You wander barefoot across the soft, cool sand, climbing to the crest of a dune, only to be greeted by the stunning sight of another crystal-clear lagoon nestled below. The best way to experience this wonder is to surrender to it completely. You can swim in the warm, clean waters of the lagoons, a refreshing reward after a walk under the tropical sun. Some of the larger lagoons are even home to fish, which mysteriously appear after the rains, their eggs thought to be carried in by birds from the sea. The beauty of this place is fleeting. As the dry season progresses, the sun and wind cause the lagoons to slowly evaporate, and by the end of the year, most of them will have vanished completely. The landscape returns to a vast, silent desert of sand, waiting patiently for the rains to return and bring it back to life the following year. This cyclical nature makes a visit to Lençóis Maranhenses feel even more special. You are witnessing a temporary wonder, a perfect alignment of elements that creates a scene of unparalleled and serene beauty, a true testament to the artistry of the natural world. Now we venture inland to Bahia, into Chapada Diamantina, the Diamond Plateau. The region is known for its incredible natural formations. It is a vast park of towering table mountains known as tepuis, with sheer cliffs. This is a lost world of deep canyons and spectacular waterfalls. Trails offer some of the best hiking in the country. A trek can lead you to the iconic viewpoint, Pai Inácio Hill. There are several waterfalls here, including Cachoeira da Fumaça, or Smoke Waterfall, the most famous in this area and one of Brazil's highest. Beneath the surface, cave systems contain subterranean lakes and rivers. The Poco Encantado, or Enchanted Well, is one such marvel. Chapada Diamantina is a place of endless discovery. Our journey now takes us off the mainland, 350 kilometers into the Atlantic Ocean. Here we find the archipelago of Fernando de Noronha, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and one of the most protected and pristine natural environments in Brazil. This chain of 21 volcanic islands and islets is a true oceanic paradise. The place boasts a unique natural beauty, making a visit here a rare and privileged experience. The reward for this protection is a world of unparalleled natural beauty, with some of the most stunning beaches and clearest waters on the planet. Fernando de Noronha is defined by its dramatic coastline and its vibrant marine life. The iconic Morro do Pico, a towering volcanic cone, is also found here. Below, golden sand beaches are cradled in secluded coves, framed by rugged cliffs and lush vegetation. Beaches like Baía do Sancho are consistently ranked among the best in the world. The beaches emerge onto a perfect crescent of sand, lapped by calm turquoise waters. It feels like discovering a secret, untouched corner of the world. The real magic of Fernando de Noronha, however, lies beneath the waves. The archipelago is a protected marine national park, and its warm, crystal-clear waters offer visibility of up to 50 meters. This makes it a world-class destination for diving and snorkeling. You can swim alongside graceful sea turtles, watch enormous schools of colorful fish dart through the coral reefs, and even encounter majestic manta rays. The islands are also home to the world's largest concentration of resident spinner dolphins, which can often be seen putting on spectacular acrobatic displays in the bay named after them. Life on Fernando de Noronha moves at a slower, more deliberate pace. There are no large resorts, only charming local inns called pousadas. The focus is on appreciating and preserving the natural environment. Discover hidden tide pools, or simply sit on a deserted beach and watch the frigate birds soar overhead. As the sun sets over the Atlantic, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink, you feel a deep sense of peace and gratitude. Fernando de Noronha is more than just a beautiful destination. It is a sanctuary, a precious example of what nature can be when it is respected and protected. No exploration of Brazil's natural wonders would be complete without a journey into the Amazon. This vast ecosystem, often called the lungs of the planet, is a complex web of rivers, towering trees, and unparalleled biodiversity. Our gateway is often Manaus. From here, a boat expedition takes you deep into the jungle. One remarkable sight is the meeting of the waters. This is where two rivers flow side by side without mixing. The Rio Negro River, visibly dark, meets the Solomos River with a brown coloring. The two flows side by side for a few kilometers before eventually mixing. The two then flow as the Amazon River, all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. Life in the Amazon is a symphony of sights and sounds. A guided trek reveals medicinal plants and giant trees. The Amazon is also home to traditional river communities with a sustainable way of life. The Amazon is of immense importance for the entire planet, yet it is also fragile and must be protected. For the final stop in our tour of Brazil's natural wonders, we travel to the Central Highlands, to a place of unique energy and breathtaking beauty, Chapada dos Veadeiros National Park. Situated on an ancient plateau that is over 1 billion years old, this region is renowned for its dramatic canyons, powerful waterfalls, and a landscape that is incredibly rich in quartz crystals. This abundance of crystal has led many to believe that the area possesses a special mystical or spiritual energy, drawing visitors from all over the world who come seeking healing, meditation, and a deeper connection to nature. The landscape of Chapada dos Veadeiros is part of the Cerrado, Brazil's tropical savanna, and it is stunningly beautiful. The park is defined by its deep canyons carved by pristine rivers, creating a series of spectacular waterfalls and natural swimming pools. One of the highlights is the Vale da Lua, or Valley of the Moon. Here, the São Miguel River has sculpted the grey rocks into smooth, otherworldly formations that resemble a lunar landscape. You can walk among these natural sculptures and cool off in the small pools and rapids, feeling the ancient energy of the rock and water. The waterfalls here are among the most impressive in Brazil. The Saltos do Rio Preto are two magnificent falls within the park, one dropping 80 meters and the other 120 meters, creating a thunderous spectacle and a vast, deep pool for swimming. Outside the park, waterfalls like Santa Barbara have become famous for their unbelievably vibrant turquoise blue water, a color so intense it seems to have been painted. Exploring these places involves hiking through the unique Cerrado vegetation with its twisted trees and colorful wildflowers, making the journey as beautiful as the destination itself. Whether you are drawn by the spiritual allure or simply by the stunning natural beauty, Chapada dos Veadeiros leaves a lasting impression. It is a place that feels ancient, powerful, and serene. Looking out over the vast expanse of the plateau from a viewpoint, with the setting sun illuminating the canyons and the quartz in the ground subtly glittering, you can understand why this place is considered so special. It is a fitting end to our journey through Brazil's natural wonders, a land that is not just physically beautiful, but also possesses a deep, resonant soul that speaks to all who visit. This cinematic exploration offers a glimpse of what is possible in Brazil. The true magic of Brazil must be experienced. Feel the warmth of the sun, taste the sweet juice of a tropical fruit, and hear the cacophony of a bustling market. Brazil is not a story to be told, but a story to be lived. Which of these wonders called to you the most? Whatever your desire, Brazil has a corner that is perfectly suited to your spirit of adventure. There is no right or wrong way to experience Brazil. The only requirement is an open heart and a willingness to be amazed. So let this be the start. Brazil is waiting. Your adventure awaits. Look out for our next video, which will explore Brazil's breathtaking coastal landscapes. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more travel inspiration. Brazil's coastline stretches for more than 7,000 kilometers, 4,350 miles, along the Atlantic Ocean, making it one of the longest coastlines in the world. Brazil's coast is dotted with vibrant coastal cities, each with unique cultural, historical, and natural attractions. Welcome to Brazil, a country blessed with stunning beaches and vibrant cities that mix culture, history, and adventure. In today's video, we continue our tour of Brazil. In this video, we will explore and count down the top 10 coastal cities in Brazil and the must-do activities that make each one of these cities unforgettable. Stick around to see which city takes the #1 spot. You might be surprised. Coming at number 10 is the coastal city of Santos in São Paulo state. In Santos, it's all about coffee, beaches, and history. Santos is Brazil's largest port city, but it's also a beach paradise. Highlights include walking along the world's longest beachfront garden, visiting the Coffee Museum, where Brazil's coffee story began, and relaxing at Gonzaga Beach. It is also common to hop on a ferry to Guarujá near the port of Santos for more beautiful beaches. Coming at number 9 is Vitória, the capital of Espírito Santo state. Vitória is one of Brazil's most underrated capitals, and it is visually stunning. Here's what to do in Vitória: chill on Camburi and Curva da Jurema beaches. Visit the Hilltop Pena Convent for sweeping views, taste the local specialty, moqueca capixaba, a seafood stew, and don't miss a side trip to Guarapari, known for its golden healing sands. Next on the countdown is Florianópolis in Santa Catarina state. This is the island of magic. A mix of beaches, lagoons, and nightlife makes Floripa a dream. Top activities include surfing at Joaquina Beach or relaxing at Praia Mole, kayaking or paddleboarding at Lagoa de Conceito, exploring Ribeirão da Ilha, famous for oysters, and at night, Florianópolis comes alive with clubs and music. Next, we have Maceió in Alagoas state. This coastal city is famous for its crystal-clear waters. Maceió is sometimes called the Brazilian Caribbean, and for good reason. Here's what you can't miss: swimming in the natural pools of Payucara Beach, surfing or sunbathing at Praia do Francis, taking a boat to Maragogi, a paradise of turquoise waters. And don't leave Maceió without sampling the region's fresh seafood. At number 6, we have São Luís in Maranhão state. This coastal city is where colonial charm meets natural wonder. São Luís is full of music, history, and unique landscapes. When you're here, wander the cobblestone streets of the historic center. Experience the reggae rhythms that define this vibrant coastal city. Try Maranhão's incredible seafood dishes. And for an unforgettable trip, head to Lençóis Maranhenses National Park, where vast sand dunes meet turquoise lagoons. Next, we move to northeastern Brazil to find the coastal city of Natal in Rio Grande do Norte state. This is the city of the sun, and it is known for sunshine all year round. If you want pure adventure, then the coastal city of Natal is calling your name. Must-dos include a thrilling buggy ride across the dunes of Genipabu, exploring the Forte dos Reis Magos, a historic fortress, snorkeling in Maracaja's coral reefs, and of course enjoying Ponta Negra Beach with its iconic Morro do Careca dune. Next we have Fortaleza in Sierra State, famous for sun, beaches, and a vibrant nightlife. Fortaleza is a mix of fun, food, and beautiful beaches. Highlights include spending the day at Praia do Futuro, known for its beach clubs, exploring the Dragão do Mar Cultural Center, taking a side trip to Jericoacoara, a paradise of dunes and lagoons. And at night, don't miss the bustling Beira-Mar market. Coming at number 3 is Recife in Pernambuco. This is the Venice of Brazil. With its canals, bridges, and vibrant energy, Recife is unforgettable. Here's what to do. Stroll through Recife Antigo, the historic center. Visit nearby Olinda, a UNESCO World Heritage town. Swim at Porto de Galinhas, one of Brazil's most famous beaches. And if you're here during Carnival, Recife's street parades will blow you away. At number 2, we fly back to the northeast of Brazil in Bahia state. Here, the coastal city of Salvador welcomes you with open arms. Salvador is the heart of Afro-Brazilian culture. This colorful city is where Brazil's soul beats the loudest. Don't miss a visit to the historic Pelourinho district with its colonial charm. Make sure to watch a capoeira performance in the streets of Salvador. Swimming at Porto da Barra Beach is a must, and take a ferry to Itaparica Island for a perfect day trip. At number 1, we have Rio de Janeiro, the marvelous city. I am sure many are not surprised about Rio taking the top spot. You can't talk about Brazil's coast without starting with Rio de Janeiro. There is so much to do in Rio, including relaxing on the world-famous Copacabana and Ipanema beaches. Take the cable car up to Sugarloaf Mountain for jaw-dropping panoramic views. Visiting Christ the Redeemer, one of the new 7 wonders of the world. And if you're lucky enough to visit in February, nothing beats the energy of Rio Carnival. From the golden sands of Rio de Janeiro to the crystal-clear waters of Maceió, Brazil's coastal cities are more than destinations. They're unforgettable experiences. Each one tells a story of culture, rhythm, flavor, and breathtaking beauty. So which city is calling your name? Drop your favorite in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more travel adventures around the world. Okay guys, let's be real. We all have that travel bucket list, right? Like Eiffel Tower selfie, check. Santorini sunset pic, double check. But what about those places you haven't even heard of? Places no one talks about. Those destinations that are like crazy beautiful and totally under the radar. Yeah, we're about to dive deep into those hidden gems. We're talking secret villages, untouched islands, and landscapes that look straight out of a dream. Get ready to seriously expand your travel horizons, because this is the ultimate guide to more than 40 hidden travel destinations that need to be on your radar like yesterday. So buckle up, grab your passport and maybe a snack, because we're about to go on a wild ride. First up, we're heading to Tuscany, but not the Tuscany you see all over Instagram. We're going to San Gimignano, this medieval hill town that's basically frozen in time. Imagine like cobblestone streets, terracotta rooftops, and these crazy tall towers. These towers were like a big deal back in the day, symbols of wealth and power. They kind of make San Gimignano look like a mini medieval Manhattan, which is, super random, but also really cool. Walking through San Gimignano is seriously like stepping into a Renaissance painting. It's so beautiful it almost feels unreal. And the best part? It's not totally overrun by tourists. Yet. So go now before everyone else catches on. Trust me, your Instagram will thank you. Alright, next up we're switching gears completely and heading to Svaneti, Georgia. Georgia the country, not the state. Just clarifying, to avoid any confusion. Svaneti is located in the Caucasus Mountains, and it is seriously remote. We're talking like rugged mountains, pristine valleys, and villages that feel totally untouched by time. One of the coolest things about Svaneti is these ancient watchtowers that are scattered all over the place. They were built centuries ago to protect the villages from invaders and stuff. And the crazy thing is, a lot of them are still standing. It's like something out of Game of Thrones, but like real life. If you're looking for a digital detox, Svaneti is the place to be. Because honestly, there's not a ton of Wi-Fi. But honestly, that's kind of the beauty of it. It forces you to, disconnect from the world and reconnect with nature. And trust me, the nature here is seriously next level. We're talking crystal clear rivers, lush forests, and these wildflowers that are so vibrant they almost don't look real. It's the kind of place where you can just wander around for hours and be completely blown away by the beauty of it all. So yeah, if you're looking for an adventure that's off the beaten path and totally unforgettable, Svaneti is calling your name. Okay, you guys, buckle up, because we're about to dive into a place that's straight out of a storybook. Seriously, it's giving major fairy tale vibes. I'm talking about Alberobello, Italy, a town where the houses look like something a whimsical wizard would dream up. No, but for real, these houses are called trulli, and they're basically little whitewashed huts with these adorable cone-shaped roofs made of stone. Imagine walking down a cobblestone street, sunlight streaming through the trees, and all around you are these charming little hobbit houses. Can you even? It's giving major cottagecore aesthetic, which, let's be honest, is always a win. I can already picture myself living in one of these trulli, sipping espresso in the morning sun, and pretending I'm the main character in a Disney movie. Don't judge. And the best part? Alberobello is still relatively under the radar, which means you can wander these enchanting streets without being bombarded by tourists. It's like having a secret portal to a magical world. I'm obsessed. Alright guys, get ready to be transported to a whole other world. We're talking about 8 Ben Haddou, Morocco, a place that's so surreal, so visually stunning, that it's been featured in countless movies and TV shows, remember that epic battle scene in Gladiator? Yep, that was filmed here. This ancient clay fortress rises out of the desert landscape like something out of an Indiana Jones film. It's a maze of narrow alleyways, towering walls, and those iconic Casbahs, those fortified houses with the crenellated towers that just scream exotic adventure. Imagine yourself wandering through these sun-drenched streets, feeling the weight of history all around you. The air is thick with the scent of spices, the sound of distant calls to prayer, and the feeling that you've stepped back in time. And the best part? At night, When the stars come out and illuminate the desert sky, Ait Ben Haddou takes on an even more magical quality. It's like the entire place transforms into a scene from Arabian Nights. But Ait Ben Haddou is so much more than just a pretty backdrop for Hollywood blockbusters. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site with a rich history dating back centuries. For generations, this fortified city served as a crucial trading post along the trans-Saharan caravan route. Merchants from all over the world would converge here, exchanging goods, stories, and cultures. Can you imagine the conversations that must have taken place within these walls? Today, while most of the original inhabitants have moved to more modern dwellings nearby, Ait Ben Haddou remains a testament to a bygone era. It's a living museum, frozen in time, offering a glimpse into Morocco's fascinating past. So yeah, if you're looking for a travel destination that's both visually stunning and culturally significant, Ait Ben Haddou needs to be on your list. It's a place where you can lose yourself in history, wander through ancient streets, and maybe even channel your inner desert explorer. Alright, my friends, let's switch gears and head south to Mexico. But not just any Mexico. We're talking about Valladolid, a hidden gem tucked away in the Yucatan Peninsula. It's like the perfect blend of colorful colonial charm and natural wonders. Imagine strolling down cobblestone streets lined with pastel-colored houses, their facades adorned with intricate details and overflowing with bougainvillea. It's giving major Frida Kahlo vibes, but like, in the best way possible. And if you think the streets are pretty, wait until you see what lies beneath them. Valladolid is known for its cenotes, these magical underground swimming holes filled with crystal-clear turquoise water. Talk about a refreshing escape from the Mexican heat. Seriously, these cenotes are like something out of a dream. Some are open air, with sunlight streaming down through the jungle canopy, while others are hidden away in caves, their waters illuminated by flickering candlelight. It's giving major Mermaid Lagoon energy. But Valladolid isn't just about cenotes and colonial architecture. It's also a great base for exploring some of the Yucatan's most impressive Mayan ruins. Just a short drive away, you'll find Chichen Itza, one of the new 7 wonders of the world. And trust me, it lives up to the hype. Climbing to the top of the pyramid and taking in the panoramic views of the surrounding jungle is an experience you won't soon forget. But back to Valladolid. When you're not busy exploring ancient ruins or swimming in mystical cenotes, you can spend your days indulging in the city's vibrant culinary scene. From street food stalls serving up mouth-watering tacos to upscale restaurants dishing out gourmet Yucatecan cuisine, Valladolid has something to satisfy every craving. And the best part? Valladolid is still relatively undiscovered by the masses, which means you can experience the authentic charm of Mexico without the crowds and inflated prices. So, yeah, add Valladolid to your travel bucket list like yesterday. Okay guys, picture this. Whitewashed houses with doors painted the most incredible shades of blue, like, seriously, who wouldn't want to take a million selfies here? Djerba is a little island off the coast of Tunisia, and it's like stepping into a postcard. I'm talking about those perfectly messy palm trees, the smell of spices in the air, and markets overflowing with handmade pottery. And the history? Don't even get me started. This place has been around for centuries, ruled by pirates, emperors, you name it. There's this whole other side to Djerba, though, that's all about chilling on the beach. We're talking crystal clear water, soft sand, and none of the crowds you'd find at those other, like super mainstream Mediterranean spots. I can already see myself there, like sipping on some mint tea, trying to learn how to haggle for a rug. You know, the essentials. What I love about a place like Djerba is that it's so laid back. It's not trying to be anything it's not, you know? It's just vibing with its ancient history, its delicious food, and those stunning beaches. You can tell the people here are just happy living their lives, and that energy is contagious. Plus, imagine the Instagram content. Those blue doors alone are worth the trip, am I right? Okay, moving on, but seriously, put Djerba on your travel bucket list. Alright guys, buckle up because we're heading to Kyushu, Japan's best-kept secret. Seriously, this island has it all. We're talking towering volcanoes, ancient samurai towns, and those crazy relaxing hot springs they call onsens. Like imagine soaking in a natural hot spring surrounded by mountains, probably with monkeys chilling nearby. It's the definition of zen. But Kyushu is also about adventure. You can hike up active volcanoes, explore ancient temples hidden in forests, and even try your hand at making traditional crafts. What's so cool about Kyushu is that it's this perfect blend of traditional Japan and, like, modern vibes. You can wander through a centuries-old castle in the morning and then be sipping matcha lattes in a trendy cafe later that afternoon. The food scene is next level too. Think fresh sushi, steaming bowls of ramen, and street food that will blow your mind. Honestly, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Kyushu is one of those places that has something for everyone, whether you're a history buff, a foodie, or just looking for some epic Instagram backdrops. Okay, get ready to have your mind blown because we're diving into Raja Ampat, Indonesia. This place is basically the holy grail for anyone who loves the ocean. Imagine the most vibrant coral reefs you've ever seen, teeming with more fish than you can even imagine. We're talking about thousands of species, from tiny iridescent fish to giant manta rays and even sharks. Don't worry, the chill kind. I'm not exaggerating when I say the snorkeling and diving here is like entering another dimension. It's that insane. But Raja Ampat isn't just about what's under the water. The islands themselves are like something out of a dream. Think lush jungles, hidden lagoons, and those iconic mushroom-shaped islands you always see in pictures. It's the kind of place where you can kayak through mangroves, hike to hidden waterfalls, and just completely disconnect from the world. Honestly, I'm getting major wanderlust just thinking about it. So there you have it, Raja Ampat, a must-visit for anyone who wants to experience the true magic of our planet. Okay, picture this, crystal clear turquoise water lush green forests and like zero crowds. No, seriously. Lord Howe Island is this super exclusive island off the coast of Australia where they only allow 400 visitors at a time. Can you even imagine? It's like the ultimate escape from, well, everything. I'm talking pristine beaches, rare birds you won't find anywhere else, and like the most chill vibes ever. It's basically paradise with a VIP guest list. And you guys, we're on it. At least, like, virtually. This place is all about preserving nature, so everything is super sustainable and eco-friendly. Think like hiking through untouched forests, snorkeling in coral reefs that are literally teeming with life and just like fully disconnecting from the world. It's basically the definition of off-the-grid luxury. Ugh, I need to go here like yesterday. Okay guys, buckle up, because we're about to dive into a place that's basically the definition of off the beaten path. Ilha Grande, Brazil is this magical island where cars are literally banned. You heard me right. No cars, no roads, just pure, unadulterated nature. Lush rainforests, crystal clear waterfalls, and jaw-dropping beaches. Seriously, the beaches here are on another level. And because there are no cars, the only way to get around is by foot or by boat. So basically, you're guaranteed to get your daily dose of exercise. But it's not just about the scenery though. Ilha Grande has this super chill, laid-back vibe that's just so refreshing. It's like everyone's on island time, and there's no rush to do anything but soak up the sun, swim in the ocean, and maybe sip on a caipirinha or two. Who am I kidding? Make that like 5 caipirinhas. So I was doing some research, and apparently Ilha Grande used to be a pirate hideout back in the day. Like, how cool is that? And there are still remnants of that history scattered around the island, like old ruins and shipwrecks. But honestly, the real treasure here is the natural beauty. The hiking trails on Ilha Grande are insane. We're talking like epic views, hidden waterfalls, and lush rainforests that are straight out of a movie. And the best part is, because there are no cars, you can literally hike for hours without seeing another soul. It's like having your own private jungle. And then, when you're all hiked out, you can reward yourself with a dip in the ocean at one of the island's many stunning beaches. From secluded coves to long stretches of white sand, there's a beach for every mood on Ilha Grande. And the water, don't even get me started. It's so clear and blue, it's almost unreal. Okay, get ready to have your mind blown, because we're about to enter a whole other world. Socotra, Yemen is like straight out of a sci-fi movie. Seriously, the landscapes here are so unique and otherworldly, you'll feel like you've landed on another planet. Think like alien-looking trees, pristine beaches, and mountains that rise out of the clouds. It's wild. One of the things that makes Socotra so special is its isolation. It's been separated from the mainland for millions of years, which means it's home to a ton of plants and animals that you won't find anywhere else on Earth. We're talking like dragon's blood trees, which look like giant umbrellas, and desert roses, which are these weird bulbous plants that look like they belong in a Dr. Seuss book. And the beaches? Don't even get me started. They're pristine, secluded, and absolutely breathtaking. And because Socotra is still relatively undiscovered by tourists, you'll basically have them all to yourself. Ugh, I can already picture myself like chilling on a beach, sipping on a coconut, and just soaking up the alien vibes. Okay guys, picture this. Scotland, rugged coastline, moody skies, castles perched on cliffs, basically a real-life fairy tale. And in the middle of all that is the Isle of Skye. It's like the coolest, most dramatic place I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of avocado toast, so you know, I'm serious. The vibes here are just different. It's all misty and mysterious, with these rolling green hills that just beg you to, like, go on an adventure. And trust me, there are adventures around every corner. You've got waterfalls cascading down cliffs, hidden coves with sparkling water, and of course the fairy pools. I mean, come on. With a name like that, you know it's going to be good. These pools are like something out of a dream, with crystal clear turquoise water that's so inviting you kind of just want to jump in, even though it's probably freezing. But hey, YOLO, right? Anyway, the Isle of Skye is definitely a place where you can just, like, disconnect from everything and everyone, and just be present in the moment. Which, let's be real, is something we all need sometimes. Alright guys, buckle up, because we're about to get deep, like really deep. We're talking about Hang Son Doong in Vietnam, the largest cave in the world. You could fit a Boeing 747 inside, and still have room for a farmer's market. Inside, there's a whole ecosystem thriving. Lush jungles, underground rivers, and even clouds. It's like Journey to the Center of the Earth, but way more humid. Be prepared to sweat, like a lot. Exploring this cave is not for the faint of heart. It's a full-on expedition, complete with rappelling, wading through rivers, and creepy crawlies. But honestly, guys, it's so worth it. Standing inside this cave, surrounded by towering stalactites and the sound of rushing water, you can't help but feel like super small and insignificant. In a good way, obviously. Section 2. A sight to behold. It's like the world is so much bigger and more mysterious than we can even imagine, you know? And sometimes you just need to, like, crawl into a giant cave to remember that. But seriously, the formations inside Hang Son Doong are insane. We're talking stalagmites that look like giant ice cream cones, shimmering pools of water that reflect the light in the most magical way, and these massive chambers that are just like begging to be Instagrammed. But even the best photos can't really capture the feeling of being there. It's like stepping into another world, a world that's been hidden away for millions of years, just waiting to be discovered. So, if you're looking for an adventure that's equal parts terrifying and awe-inspiring, Hang Son Doong is calling your name. Just like pack some extra deodorant, okay? Okay guys, get ready to be blown away, literally. We're talking Iguazu Falls, the granddaddy of all waterfalls, straddling the border of Argentina and Brazil. 275 cascades, all thundering down into a massive gorge. Experience it from both the Argentinian and Brazilian sides. The mist is intense. Prepare to get drenched. Embrace the wetness, feel the spray, and enjoy the rainbows. Guys, the rainbows are next level. Iguazu is more than just a waterfall. It's surrounded by an incredible rainforest, home to toucans, monkeys, and even jaguars. Get up close with nature's power shower and explore the jungle. Take a boat trip to the base of the falls for an adrenaline rush. Iguazu Falls will stay with you long after you've left. It's a reminder that nature is awesome and we should protect it. Okay, you guys, picture this. Miles and miles of rolling white sand dunes. Like seriously, it looks like a desert straight out of a movie. But here's the plot twist. It's not actually a desert. It's Lençóis Maranhenses National Park in Brazil, and it's even more magical than you can imagine. So, get this, during the rainy season, which is like prime time to visit by the way, these crazy lagoons start forming between the dunes. And they're not just like puddles, okay? They're these crystal clear, turquoise, freshwater pools that are literally begging you to swim in them. It's like the desert suddenly decided to become a beach, but like a really, really extra beach. Honestly, if you're looking for a place that's totally Instagrammable and unlike anything you've ever seen before, add Lençóis Maranhenses to your list ASAP. You won't regret it. Alright, so you're probably wondering how to actually get to this magical desert oasis. Don't worry, I got you. The closest airport is in São Luís, which is a major city, so getting there is pretty easy. From São Luís, you can hop on a quick flight or take a scenic drive to Barreirinhas, which is like the gateway to the park, and the best way to explore, definitely by 4x4. Like duh, it's a desert, kinda. You can book tours that will take you to all the best lagoons, or you can be super adventurous and rent your own 4x4 and just like go for it. Just make sure you know what you're doing. Obviously, safety first, kids. Okay guys, buckle up because this next destination is seriously next level. I'm talking about Mount Roraima in Venezuela, a place so epic, so otherworldly, that it literally inspired Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's The Lost World. You know, dinosaurs, prehistoric creatures, the whole shebang. This mountain is not your average mountain, okay? It's a tepui, which is basically a giant, flat-topped mountain that rises up out of the clouds like a massive island in the sky. And when I say massive, I mean massive. This thing is huge. And get this, the top of Mount Roraima is like its own little world. Seriously, it's got its own unique ecosystem with plants and animals that you won't find anywhere else on Earth. We're talking carnivorous plants, guys. Carnivorous. So you're probably thinking, Emma, how do I get to this lost world? Do I need a helicopter? A hot air balloon? Well, I mean, a helicopter would be pretty sick, but you can actually hike to the top of Mount Roraima. Don't worry, you don't have to be like Bear Grylls or anything. There are guided treks that you can join that will take you through the rainforest, up the mountain, and onto the summit. It's a challenging hike for sure, but totally doable for anyone who's reasonably fit and down for an adventure. And let me tell you, the views from the top are like totally worth the effort. You'll feel like you're on top of the world, literally. And who knows, maybe you'll even stumble upon some prehistoric creatures while you're up there. Just kidding. Or am I? Okay, so you're probably thinking, Emma, enough with the mountains already. Let's chill somewhere relaxing. Well, I hear you. That's why our next stop is Huacachina, Peru. A little village nestled around a literal oasis in the middle of giant sand dunes. We're talking a lagoon, the whole desert mirage thing. It's the kind of place you see in movies and think, no way that's real. But it is. And it's even more magical in person. But don't think for a second that this is just some sleepy little village where nothing happens. Oh no, Huacachina has a wild side too. Remember those massive sand dunes I mentioned? Well, they're not just for looking at. Huacachina is basically the sandboarding capital of Peru, and maybe even the world. Seriously, people come from all over to shred these dunes. Don't worry if you're not exactly Shaun White on the sand. You can rent boards and take lessons, or just start small and work your way up. Trust me, once you feel that adrenaline rush of flying down a dune, you'll be hooked. And when you're all tuckered out from a day of sandboarding, you can chill by the pool, sip on some pisco sours, the national drink of Peru, FYI, and watch the sunset over the dunes. Talk about a perfect day, am I right? Okay guys, picture this, Greece, but not the Greece you see on every Instagram feed. We're talking towering rock pillars with monasteries perched precariously on top. Like, how did they even get up there? It's giving major fairy tale vibes, but also kinda scary, you know? These monasteries aren't just for show though. Some of them are still active, with monks and nuns living their lives hundreds of feet in the air. Can you imagine the peace and quiet up there? No noisy neighbors, no traffic, just you and like the clouds. I don't know about you guys, but the whole vibe of this place is just so intriguing. It's like stepping back in time, but also kind of magical. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if a unicorn just casually strolled by. Anyway, Meteora is definitely high on my list of places to visit before everyone else catches on. It's just so unique and awe-inspiring, you know? It's like something out of a dream. So apparently, you can actually hike up to some of these monasteries. I'm talking like carved-out stone steps, winding paths, the whole shebang. It sounds kinda intense, but also super rewarding. And the views from the top? Don't even get me started. We're talking panoramic vistas of the Greek countryside, rolling hills, olive groves, the whole 9 yards. It looks absolutely breathtaking. Plus, imagine the Instagram content. You could totally stage a whole photo shoot up there, pretending you're like a mystical being who lives in the clouds. Okay, maybe that's just me, but seriously, Meteora is one of those places that just looks surreal in photos. It's like something you'd see in a movie, but it's real, and it's waiting for you to discover it. Alright guys, buckle up because we're about to get wild. We're talking about Bwindi Impenetrable Forest in Uganda, home to the last remaining mountain gorillas on Earth. I'm talking like majestic creatures straight out of a National Geographic documentary. This place is no joke. It's called impenetrable for a reason, people. Think dense jungle, misty mountains, and, like, the possibility of encountering a family of gorillas chilling in their natural habitat. It's both terrifying and exhilarating at the same time. But like, can we talk about the gorillas for a sec? They are massive, they are powerful, and they are seriously endangered. So not only do you get to witness these incredible animals firsthand, but you're also supporting conservation efforts by visiting. It's a win-win. I don't know about you, but this is the kind of experience that stays with you forever. It's not just a vacation, it's like a spiritual awakening or something. So apparently you can actually go on gorilla trekking expeditions in Bwindi. I'm talking like hiking through the jungle with experienced guides, tracking these gorillas down. It sounds kinda intense, but also totally worth it. Can you imagine coming face to face with a silverback gorilla? Like, looking into its eyes and feeling that connection to nature. It would be absolutely mind-blowing. Of course, you have to be respectful and keep a safe distance. These are wild animals, after all, and we're just visitors in their home. But still, the opportunity to even be in their presence is truly special. Bwindi Impenetrable Forest is definitely on my bucket list. It's a chance to disconnect from the digital world, immerse yourself in nature, and have an experience that's both humbling and awe-inspiring. Okay guys, let's talk about Pantanal. It's this massive wetland in Brazil. We're talking bigger than the Everglades, and it's like a hidden gem. Seriously, most people haven't even heard of it, which is kind of shocking because it's like a wildlife paradise. We're talking caimans chilling in the water, jaguars prowling through the grass, and like a gazillion different bird species just vibing. It's like stepping into a nature documentary, but even better because it's real life. And the best part? Because it's still relatively unknown, you won't be fighting crowds of tourists for the perfect photo op. It's just you, the wildlife, and the vastness of the Pantanal. I don't know, there's just something so peaceful and untouched about this place. It's like a reminder that there's still so much natural beauty left in the world, and we need to protect it. So, if you're looking for an off-the-beaten-path adventure, Pantanal is where it's at. You can go on boat tours, horseback riding excursions, or just chill in a hammock and soak up the serenity. And did I mention the sunsets? Apparently, they're legendary. Just imagine the sky exploding in a kaleidoscope of colors as you sip on a caipirinha and listen to the sounds of the rainforest. It's the ultimate escape from reality. Honestly, Pantanal is one of those destinations that just speaks to my soul. It's wild, it's untamed, and it's teeming with life. What more could you want? I'm already mentally planning my trip, and you should too. Just picture yourself exploring the wetlands, spotting exotic animals, and making memories that will last a lifetime. Okay, but imagine a place where volcanoes just casually erupt geysers, shoot boiling water into the air, and brown bears roam free. Sounds kind of scary, kind of amazing, right? Well, that's Kamchatka for you. Tucked away in the far east of Russia, this peninsula is basically untouched wilderness. We're talking like zero crowds, zero tourist traps, just raw, powerful nature. I'm talking about the kind of place that makes you feel really, really small, you know? It's not the easiest place to get to, and there aren't many roads once you're there, but that's kind of the point. It's about disconnecting, embracing the adventure, and maybe, seeing the northern lights dance across the sky. How sick would that be? So if you're over the whole, doing it for the gram thing and actually want to experience something truly wild, Kamchatka is calling your name. Just, pack some bear spray, okay? I know what you're thinking. Bears? Volcanoes? Isn't that, a recipe for disaster? And honestly, you're not wrong. Kamchatka is not for the faint of heart. It's for the adventurers, the explorers, the people who aren't afraid to get a little bit uncomfortable. But here's the thing. There's something so freaking magical about being surrounded by that kind of raw, untamed beauty. It's like all your worries just melt away, and you're left with this feeling of pure awe. I can't even explain it. Plus, imagine telling people you went to Kamchatka, they'll be all, Kamcha what? And you can be like, oh, just that peninsula in Russia with the active volcanoes and brown bears. No big deal. Okay, maybe I'm romanticizing it a little bit. But seriously, Kamchatka is one of those places that will stay with you long after you leave. It's a reminder that there's still so much wildness left in the world. And that's a pretty incredible thing. Alright guys, buckle up because we're about to head to the Arctic Circle. No, seriously, I'm talking about Tasiilaq, a tiny village on the east coast of Greenland. It's basically as far north as you can go without, joining an expedition to the North Pole. And let me tell you, this place is the definition of remote. Forget Wi-Fi and Starbucks. We're talking about a place where the northern lights are a regular occurrence and husky sleds are a legitimate mode of transportation. But honestly, that's what makes it so freaking cool. It's like stepping into a completely different world. A world where the air is crisp and clean, the silence is almost deafening, and the landscape is straight out of a dream. And did I mention the icebergs? Oh my god, the icebergs. They're massive, they're everywhere, and they're constantly changing colors in the sunlight. It's like nothing you've ever seen before. Okay, so maybe Tasiilaq isn't for everyone. It's definitely not the place to go if you're looking for a wild party scene or anything. But if you're down for some serious adventure and you don't mind the cold, then this place is calling your name. Imagine exploring glaciers, hiking through valleys carved by ancient ice, and kayaking among icebergs. How often do you get to say you kayaked among icebergs? And then there's the whole husky sledding thing. Guys, I'm not even kidding when I say this is a life-changing experience. The dogs are so freaking cute and fluffy, but they're also incredibly strong and powerful. And when they take off running across the snow, it's the most exhilarating feeling ever. But honestly, one of the best things about Tasiilaq is the silence. It's so quiet there that you can literally hear your own heartbeat. It's kind of eerie at first, but then it's like this wave of calmness washes over you, It's actually kind of amazing. Picture this, a place so flat, so vast, so empty, you can see the curvature of the earth. It's the Makgadikgadi in Botswana, the largest salt flats in the world. Miles of blindingly white nothingness. It's disorienting, like another planet, but it's teeming with life during certain times. When the rains come, it transforms into a surreal paradise, filled with flamingos, zebras, wildebeests, like a National Geographic documentary. The transformation is insane. 1 minute, endless salt. The next, the Lion King. Thousands of animals migrating. One of the most incredible natural spectacles. And it's still relatively unknown. The Makgadikgadi pans aren't just about wildlife. They're about disconnecting and reconnecting. The vastness forces you to be present. Clear your head, recharge, and reflect. Surrounded by nothingness, you ponder life. You know what I mean? Okay, so picture this. You're in Russia, right? But forget Moscow, forget St. Petersburg, we're going full-on nature vibes. We're talking about Lake Baikal, the deepest lake on this planet. Like seriously deep. So deep that if you threw a rock in, it would take an hour for it to hit the bottom. Okay, maybe not an hour, but you get what I'm saying. It's insanely deep. But the real kicker? In winter, this massive lake freezes over. And I don't mean just like a little ice rink situation. I'm talking thick, crystal clear ice that you can literally drive on. People ride bikes, drive cars, even trucks across this frozen lake. It's wild. Imagine looking down and seeing hundreds of feet of water beneath your feet, but it's frozen solid. Talk about a trip, am I right? I don't know about you, but I'd be low-key freaking out, but also kind of obsessed. It's like walking on water, but make it ice. And the scenery? Don't even get me started. We're talking snow-capped mountains in the distance, this endless expanse of ice stretching out before you and the sky. Oh my God, the sky. Apparently, the way the light hits the ice creates these insane shades of blue and turquoise. It's like something out of a dream. And if you're lucky, you might even catch the northern lights while you're there. Can you even imagine? Standing on a frozen lake, surrounded by mountains, with the northern lights dancing above you? It's like a scene straight out of a movie. I don't know, guys, this whole place just screams bucket list to me. It's remote, it's beautiful, and it's unlike anything I've ever seen before. Plus, how many people can say they've walked on water, even if it is frozen? Not many, that's for sure. Alright, buckle up, because we're about to get seriously adventurous. Forget your relaxing beach vacay, we're going full-on extreme with this one. Guys, I'm talking about the Danakil Depression in Ethiopia. This place is basically Earth on hardcore mode. First of all, let's talk temperature. This place is considered one of the hottest, if not the hottest, places on Earth. We're talking scorching hot, like you could literally bake cookies on the ground hot. Okay, maybe not literally, but you get the point. It's hot, hot, hot. But here's the thing. It's not just the heat that makes this place wild. It's the landscape. Imagine this. Volcanoes bubbling with lava, neon-colored pools of acid, and salt flats that stretch as far as the eye can see. It's like stepping onto another planet, but instead of aliens, you get extreme temperatures. And the colors, oh my God, the colors! Because of the minerals and the heat and all that science-y stuff, the landscape is painted in these vibrant, almost unreal shades of yellow, orange, green, and red. It's like someone took a paintbrush and just went wild. Honestly, this place isn't for the faint of heart. It's challenging, it's extreme, and it's definitely not your average vacation destination. But if you're an adventurous soul, if you crave the unusual, and you're not afraid of a little or a lot of heat, then the Danakil Depression might just be your jam. Just pack a lot of water, okay? And maybe some heat-resistant sunscreen. Alright, let's switch gears for a second and talk about a place that's basically the definition of remote. We're going to the very tip of South America, to a place called Tierra del Fuego, which literally translates to land of fire. Dramatic, right? Now this place is shared between Argentina and Chile, and it's basically where the Andes Mountains decide to take a dip in the ocean. We're talking jagged peaks, glaciers, forests, and this coastline that's just like raw and windswept and absolutely breathtaking. It's the kind of place that makes you feel really, really small, but in a good way. Imagine hiking through these ancient forests, feeling the wind whip through your hair as you stand on a cliff overlooking the ocean, and knowing that you're standing at the edge of a continent. It's the kind of experience that stays with you, you know? And the wildlife? Don't even get me started. We're talking penguins, guys. Like actual penguins waddling around on the beach. And not just penguins, but also sea lions, whales, and all sorts of birds. It's like a nature documentary come to life. Plus, if you're into hiking, this place is basically a hiker's paradise. There are trails for all levels, from easy walks to challenging climbs. And the views? Let's just say you'll want to make sure your phone is fully charged for all the epic photos you'll be taking. So, is Tierra del Fuego the most accessible place on this list? Maybe not. But is it worth the journey? Absolutely. It's a place that will challenge you, inspire you, and leave you with memories to last a lifetime. Okay guys, buckle up, because we're about to dive into a place that's basically straight out of your wildest dreams. Rangiroa, French Polynesia. You know those ridiculously perfect photos of overwater bungalows? Yeah, Rangiroa's got those in spades. But here's the thing, Rangiroa is way more than just a pretty face. It's actually one of the largest atolls in the world, which basically means it's a giant ring of coral reef surrounding a stunning lagoon. Like, we're talking water so blue, it looks photoshopped. And the marine life? Don't even get me started. We're talking sharks, rays, tropical fish in every color imaginable. It's like swimming in a real-life aquarium. Seriously, if you're a scuba diver or snorkeler, add this place to your bucket list, like yesterday. One of the coolest things about Rangiroa is something called the Tiputa Pass. It's this channel where the ocean currents bring in all sorts of marine life, especially sharks. Like a lot of sharks. I'm talking black-tip reef sharks, white-tip reef sharks, even the occasional hammerhead. But don't worry, they're mostly harmless and actually pretty chill to hang out with. Trust me, there's nothing quite like swimming alongside these majestic creatures. It's honestly an experience that will stay with you forever, you know? It's like, whoa, nature is amazing, and I'm just a tiny speck in this vast ocean. Deep thoughts, man, deep thoughts. But seriously, Rangiroa is a must-visit for anyone who loves adventure, crystal clear water, and maybe a little adrenaline rush. Just, you know, maybe avoid the sharks if you're not into that kind of thing. Alright guys, we're heading stateside for this next hidden gem, but honestly you'd be forgiven for thinking you landed on Mars. I'm talking about Bisty Badlands in New Mexico. This place is like, whoa. Imagine a landscape straight out of a sci-fi movie. Weird, otherworldly rock formations, canyons carved by wind and time, and colors that seem to shift with the light. Yeah, that's Bisty. It's wild. And the best part? You'll probably have the whole place to yourself. Seriously, this place is so under the radar, it's almost criminal. No crowds, no lines, just you and the vast, surreal beauty of the desert. Okay, let's talk about the stars of the show, the hoodoos. These are basically these crazy rock formations that look like, I don't know, giant mushrooms or something. They come in all shapes and sizes, and they're honestly mesmerizing. You can wander through these hoodoo fields for hours, just taking in the weirdness and snapping a million photos. And the silence? It's almost deafening. It's like the desert is whispering ancient secrets to you. Or maybe that's just the wind. But seriously, Bisty Badlands is a photographer's dream and a nature lover's paradise. It's the perfect place to disconnect from the world, embrace the unknown, and maybe even have an existential crisis or two. You know, the usual. Okay guys, get ready to be blown away, because we're about to explore the granddaddy of all deserts, the Namib Desert in Namibia. This place is ancient, like seriously old. We're talking over 55 million years of history baked into these sands. And when I say baked, I mean it literally. The Namib Desert is known for its intense heat and iconic red sand dunes, some of which are the tallest in the world. Like, imagine climbing a mountain made entirely of sand. That's the Namib for you. But don't let the harsh conditions fool you. This desert is teeming with life. We're talking desert elephants, rhinos, and even lions that have adapted to this extreme environment. Talk about resilient, am I right? Now, if you're looking for a truly haunting experience, you gotta check out the Skeleton Coast. It's this rugged stretch of coastline where the desert meets the Atlantic Ocean, and it's littered with shipwrecks. Like, seriously, there are hundreds of ships that have met their demise along these shores, their skeletal remains slowly being reclaimed by the sand and sea. It's both beautiful and eerie, you know? And the sunsets? Don't even get me started. Imagine watching the sun melt into the Atlantic, painting the sky in hues of orange, pink, and purple, all while the wind whispers tales of shipwrecks and desert legends. It's the kind of experience that stays with you long after you've left. So there you have it, the Namib Desert, a place of extremes, a land of ancient beauty, and a destination that will challenge and inspire you in equal measure. Just remember to pack your sunscreen, because the sun out here is no joke. Okay, I know, Socotra already made the list. But guys, seriously, this place is so weird, so cool, it deserves a double feature. Like, imagine a Dr. Seuss book threw up on an island in the middle of nowhere. That's Socotra. You've got these crazy dragon's blood trees. They literally look like giant mushrooms with green afros. And the beaches. White sand, turquoise water, probably not a single soul in sight. Ugh, can I teleport there now? The thing is, Socotra has been geographically isolated for millions of years. So like a third of its plant and animal life is found nowhere else on Earth. Nowhere. It's like a living, breathing museum of evolution. How insane is that? So yeah, book a flight, if you can even find one, pack your bags and get ready to have your mind blown. Just like, maybe wait until it's safe to travel there again. You know, political stuff. Speaking of, it's super important to remember that Socotra is incredibly fragile. We're talking about a delicate ecosystem that's been untouched for centuries. So if you're lucky enough to go, be respectful. Support local communities, don't litter, and try to minimize your impact. It's about enjoying these incredible places responsibly, you know? Okay, PSA over. Back to the travel inspo. Honestly, I could talk about Socotra all day, but we've got more hidden gems to uncover. Next up, we're heading to, drumroll please, Africa. Get ready for some serious adventure, because we're about to explore a place that's basically straight out of The Lion King, except, you know, hopefully with fewer stampedes. Alright guys, buckle up, because we're heading to the Simien Mountains in Ethiopia. This isn't your average mountain range, okay? Think dramatic cliffs, plunging gorges, and peaks that disappear into the clouds. Seriously, it's like nature decided to show off a little. And the best part? You can actually hike through this epic landscape. We're talking trails that wind past cascading waterfalls, ancient monasteries perched on cliff edges, and like a gazillion different kinds of wildflowers. Oh, and did I mention the wildlife? The Simien Mountains are home to some seriously cool creatures like the Galada baboon. These guys have heart-shaped butts, you guys. Heart-shaped butts. How cute is that? You might even spot a Walia ibex, which is like a mountain goat on steroids. They're incredibly agile and can climb practically anything. It's basically nature's version of parkour. Now, the Simien Mountains aren't exactly a secret, but they're definitely off the beaten path. Which, let's be real, is kind of the whole point of this video, right? We want those authentic, under-the-radar experiences. Plus, when you visit a place like this, you're supporting local communities and helping to preserve these incredible landscapes for future generations. And that's a pretty awesome feeling, right? Okay, I'm getting major wanderlust right now. Anyone else suddenly craving Ethiopian food? Just me? Anyway, let's move on to our next destination, which is, wait for it, another group of islands. This time we're heading back to Southeast Asia, to a place that's basically paradise on Earth. Get ready to be amazed because this next one is seriously special. Alright folks, get ready to be transported to a tropical paradise. We're talking crystal clear water, white sand beaches, and lush jungle-covered islands. Sound like a dream? Well, it's not. It's the Togian Islands in Indonesia. These islands are like seriously remote. We're talking off-the-grid, no Wi-Fi, unplug and recharge kind of remote, which honestly sounds kind of amazing right now, am I right? Imagine spending your days island hopping, snorkeling in coral reefs that are bursting with life, and kayaking through hidden lagoons. And when the sun sets, get ready for a show. Because the Togian Islands are famous for their bioluminescent plankton. That means that at night, the water literally glows. It's like something out of a fairy tale. Okay, let's talk about the snorkeling and diving in the Togian Islands, because it's next level. We're talking about some of the most biodiverse waters on the planet. Think vibrant coral gardens, schools of fish in every color of the rainbow, and maybe even a sea turtle or two if you're lucky. It's like swimming in a giant aquarium, but, you know, way better. And if you're not into diving or snorkeling, no worries. You can just chill on the beach, soak up the sun, and sip on fresh coconut water. Honestly, it doesn't get more relaxing than that. So, yeah, the Togian Islands are basically paradise found. They're the perfect place to escape from reality, reconnect with nature, and maybe even discover a new part of yourself. Okay, you guys, Lake Toba is next level. Imagine a volcano with a lake inside it. And in the middle of that lake, another volcano. It's like Russian nesting dolls, but with volcanoes and lakes. This place is like straight out of a dream. Lake Toba is the largest volcanic lake in the world. It's just begging to be explored. The water is crystal clear and perfect for swimming. And the food? Amazing. The sunsets are breathtaking. Lake Toba is definitely one for the bucket list. Alright, let's talk about Flores Island, you guys. This place is basically straight out of a fairy tale, with waterfalls and cliffs. It's part of the Azores, off the coast of Portugal. Massive cascades of water plummet down lush green cliffs. The whole island is a giant green explosion. It's the kind of place that makes you want to wear a flower crown and frolic through fields. The coastline is dramatic, with rugged cliffs and hidden coves. There are trails crisscrossing the island, taking you past volcanic craters and hidden lagoons. Oh, and did I mention the hot springs? It's basically the definition of relaxation. Honestly, this entire island feels like a hidden gem. So if you're looking for an adventure that's equal parts breathtaking and relaxing, Flores Island is calling your name. Okay guys, buckle up because we're about to enter a real-life Ghibli movie. Shirakawa-go, Japan, is a charming village nestled in the Japanese Alps. The Gasho Zukuri houses have steep, thatched roofs designed to withstand heavy snow. In winter, the village looks like a snow globe. During the winter light-up event, the village is illuminated, creating a fairy tale scene. Shirakawa-go is beautiful year-round, with cherry blossoms in spring and colorful leaves in fall. It's a dream destination no matter the season. Okay guys, picture this. You're chilling on an island in the middle of the Atlantic surrounded by volcanic craters, waterfalls that literally tumble from the sky, and these crazy lush green cliffs. Like, can you even... That's the Azores for you. It's this Portuguese archipelago that's basically a giant secret. And honestly, I'm kinda mad I'm even telling you about it. But like, I'm also a generous queen, so here we are. The Azores are all about that dramatic scenery. Think like black sand beaches because, hello volcanoes. And then you've got those colorful towns perched on cliffs overlooking the ocean. It's giving major wanderlust vibes. Honestly, it's the perfect place to just disconnect and like breathe. You can go hiking whale watching. They have like 1 million whales there, or just like Eat your weight in fresh seafood. No judgment. Okay, can we talk about how the Azores are basically covered in hydrangeas? Like, literally everywhere you look, there's these giant, puffy blue and purple flowers. It's actually insane. And if you're feeling stressed, which, like same, the Azores have you covered. They have these natural hot springs that are basically like Mother Nature's spa day. Just imagine, you're soaking in this steaming hot spring, surrounded by lush greenery, and the only sound you hear is the birds chirping. It's like something out of a movie, but like way better because it's real. So yeah, the Azores are definitely worth adding to your travel bucket list, like yesterday. You're welcome. Alright, you guys, buckle up, because we're about to get seriously off the grid. I'm talking about the Mergui archipelago in Myanmar, which is basically the definition of untouched paradise. We're talking hundreds, and I mean hundreds, of tiny islands scattered across the Andaman Sea. Most of them are completely uninhabited, so you can basically live out your own private island fantasy. Like, how insane is that? Imagine crystal clear turquoise water, white sand beaches that go on for days, and not a single soul in sight. It's the kind of place where you can literally feel your worries melting away. And the best part? You can explore it all by boat. You can sail through hidden lagoons, kayak around limestone cliffs, or just like drop anchor and jump in the water whenever you feel like it. Okay, so the Mergui archipelago isn't just about pretty beaches and stuff, although it totally has that in spades. It's also home to the Moken people, who are basically like the real-life Aquaman. These guys have been living in harmony with the ocean for centuries, and they're known for their incredible diving skills. They can literally hold their breath for like ever, and they can see underwater better than most people can see on land. It's actually wild. The Moken have a deep respect for the ocean and its creatures, and they've been instrumental in protecting this pristine environment. So, like, major props to them. If you're lucky, you might even get to meet some Moken people and learn about their unique culture and way of life. It's a truly humbling experience that will stay with you long after you leave the archipelago. Okay, get ready for some serious fairy tale vibes because we're heading to the Apuseni Mountains in Romania. This place is straight out of a storybook, and I'm living for it. Think like rolling hills covered in dense forests, sparkling rivers winding through valleys, and these charming little villages that look like they haven't changed in centuries. It's giving major cottagecore aesthetic, and if you're into hiking, the Apuseni Mountains are basically a giant playground. There are trails for every level, from leisurely strolls to, like, hardcore climbs. And the views from the top? Let's just say they're worth the effort. But the real magic of the Apuseni Mountains lies underground, because this place is also home to a network of hidden caves. We're talking massive caverns with stalactites and stalagmites that look like they were sculpted by, like, actual giants. Okay, so you're probably thinking caves are cool and all, but are there bears? And the answer is, maybe. The Apuseni Mountains are actually home to a large population of brown bears. But don't worry, they're usually pretty chill and tend to avoid humans. Like, they're not just gonna come charging at you while you're taking a selfie, okay? But it's still pretty cool to know they're out there living their best bear lives. Now, let's talk about something a little less intimidating, like cheese. Because the Apuseni Mountains are also known for their delicious, traditional cheese. And I'm not just talking about like your average cheddar here. We're talking about creamy, tangy, flavorful cheese that's been made using the same methods for generations. And the best part? You can try it fresh from the source, often in those cute little villages I was telling you about. Okay guys, buckle up because we're about to dive into a place so ridiculously beautiful, so remote, it almost feels unreal. I'm talking about Nuku Hiva, the largest of the Marquesas Islands in French Polynesia. Think dramatic cliffs, waterfalls, and hidden coves with sand so white it practically glows. Most people haven't even heard of it. It's definitely off the beaten path, which, let's be real, is the best kind of path. So if you're looking for a true escape, Nuku Hiva is calling your name. Okay, so we're diving deep into the heart of Central Asia now, guys. Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Honestly, how cool does that sound? This place is like a time capsule from the Silk Road era, with ancient mosques and madrasas that'll blow your mind. And the architecture? Don't even get me started. It's this crazy mix of Islamic and Soviet influences, totally unique and photogenic AF. Imagine like turquoise domes, intricate tilework, and all these hidden courtyards just waiting to be explored. I'm already planning my outfits, like flowy pants, scarves, the whole vibe. Plus, I heard the food scene is off the hook. Kebabs, samsas, all the good stuff. Tashkent, you have my attention. Okay, can we talk about the bazaars in Tashkent? Apparently, they're legendary. We're talking mountains of spices, hand-woven carpets, and enough ceramics to fill my entire apartment. Imagine wandering through these bustling alleys, haggling for treasures, and soaking up the whole chaotic energy. I'd probably end up buying way too much stuff, but that's part of the experience, right? Plus, the people in Uzbekistan are supposed to be some of the friendliest in the world. So I'm picturing lots of tea drinking, sharing stories, it's like connecting with the local culture. Tashkent is officially on my travel bucket list. Alright, buckle up because we're heading to Colombia, you guys. Salento, to be exact. And let me tell you, this place is basically Instagram goals on steroids. We're talking vibrant, colorful houses stacked up a hillside, nestled in the heart of coffee country. Imagine waking up to the smell of fresh coffee beans and the sight of 1,000 rainbows outside your window. I'm already obsessed, and I haven't even told you about the coffee. Apparently, Salento is famous for its coffee plantations, and you can actually go on tours, learn about the whole process, and obviously try all the delicious coffee. Okay, but Salento is not just about pretty houses and caffeine fixes. This place is also surrounded by the most incredible natural beauty, like lush valleys, towering wax palms, so random, I know, and hiking trails that'll take your breath away. I'm talking about the Kokora Valley, a place straight out of a fairy tale, where you can hike through these surreal landscapes, maybe spot some exotic birds, and just reconnect with nature. I'm picturing myself there now, wearing my best hiking boots, but make it fashion, sipping on some Colombian coffee and just living my best life. Salento, I'm coming for you. These places are real, they exist, they're waiting for you. And while the world rushes to the same crowded cities, these hidden gems offer something far more rare: authenticity, stillness, and soul.